Bad habits are like invisible chains. At first, they feel light, so light you don't even notice them. But with time, they grow heavier until they control your health, your focus, and even your destiny. Maybe it's late-night scrolling, smoking, masturbating, overspending, procrastination, or even negative self-talk. You've promised yourself 100 times, this is the last time. And yet, a week later, you're right back at square one. Here's the secret. Breaking a bad habit isn't about willpower. It's about rewiring your brain using psychology and neuroscience. In fact, research shows your brain doesn't care about the habit itself. It only cares about the reward the habit brings. That means once you learn how to decode and reprogram that cycle, you can break almost any habit. So in today's video, I'll walk you through 7 proven steps to break any bad habit for good. These steps are backed by science, they're practical, and they've worked for thousands of people. And make sure you stick with me until step 7, because it's the most powerful and the most overlooked, yet it could completely change the way you see yourself. Before we move further, please subscribe and share with friends and family. Step 1. Awareness. Identify the habit loop. The first step to breaking any bad habit is awareness. Most habits run on autopilot. You don't consciously think about opening Instagram, biting your nails, or grabbing chips. You just do it. That's because habits operate on a loop. Cue, routine, reward. The cue is the trigger, time of day, emotional state, or even just boredom. The routine is the action itself, smoking, scrolling, overeating. The reward is the feeling your brain craves, relief, distraction, comfort. Your brain isn't addicted to the habit, it's addicted to the reward. Let's say you bite your nails. Cue, you feel stressed. Routine, you bite your nails. Reward, you feel temporary relief. Maybe you scroll your phone late at night. Cue, you're bored and alone. Routine, you open TikTok. Reward, you feel entertained and connected. Until you understand your loop, you're powerless. That's why awareness is step 1. For the next 3 days, carry a notebook. Each time you fall into your habit, jot down 3 things. What triggered it? Cue, what did I do? Routine, what did I feel after? Reward. In a Stanford University study, nail biters who simply wrote down their triggers reduced nail biting by 28%, without any other intervention. Awareness interrupts autopilot, so don't underestimate this step. You can't fix what you don't see. Step 2. Find your why. Emotional motivation. Now that you know the loop, you need the fuel to actually change it. That fuel is your why. Here's the truth. Logic doesn't break habits. Emotion does. If your only reason to quit smoking is I should, that won't hold up when stress hits. But if your reason is I want to see my kids graduate, that's powerful enough to fight temptation. Close your eyes and imagine 2 scenarios. 1 year from now, you keep your habit. How do you feel? How does your body look? How much money have you wasted? What opportunities have you lost? 1 year from now, you've broken free. How does your life look? How much energy do you have? How proud do you feel? The contrast between these 2 futures is your motivation. There's a story of a man who smoked for 20 years. He tried everything: patches, gum, cold turkey. Nothing worked. Until one day, his daughter looked him in the eyes and said, "Daddy, please don't die." That was his why. He never touched another cigarette again. Your why is the emotional anchor that makes discipline possible. Write it down. Read it every morning. Step 3. Replace the routine, not the reward. Here's something most people get wrong. You can't just stop a habit. You can only replace it. Remember, the brain wants the reward, not the routine. Example 1. Stress snacking. Cue, stress, old routine, grab chips, reward, relief. New routine, take a 5-minute walk or chew sugar-free gum. Reward, relief still achieved, but without junk food. Example 2. Procrastination. Cue, overwhelmed with work, old routine, open Instagram, reward, distraction. New routine, do a 2-minute microtask. Like writing just the first sentence. Reward, relief from starting, plus progress. A study in the journal Addiction showed smokers who replaced cigarettes with mindful breathing or carrot sticks were twice as likely to quit as those who tried to quit by suppression alone. The lesson: don't fight the craving, redirect it. Step 4. Change your environment. Willpower is weak, but your environment? That's strong. Most people relapse because they keep their old triggers nearby. If your fridge is full of soda, if your phone is buzzing with notifications, if your friends still smoke, You're setting yourself up for failure. Point 3 Environment hacks. 1. Remove triggers. Don't keep junk food in the house. Delete toxic apps. Avoid the bar if you're quitting alcohol. Point 2 Add friction to bad habits. If you want less TV, unplug it and store the remote across the room. If you want less scrolling, keep your phone in another room at night. Point 3 Reduce friction for good habits. Want to work out? Put your gym clothes on your bed. Want to read? Leave the book on your pillow. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, tells the story of a man who quit watching TV simply by unplugging it and putting it in a closet. At first, it felt silly. But soon, the inconvenience killed the habit. Don't just rely on willpower. Engineer your environment for success. Step 5. Use the 2-minute rule and small wins. Here's why most people fail. They try to quit everything at once. The brain hates drastic change. Instead, shrink the change with the 2-minute rule. The rule is simple. Any new habit should take less than 2 minutes to start. Examples: want to start running? Just put on your shoes. Want to stop doom scrolling at night? Replace it with reading 1 page of a book. Want to cut sugar? Start by skipping soda once a day, not eliminating everything at once. Science. B.J. Fogg at Stanford calls this tiny habits. Small wins build momentum. Each small success releases dopamine, which makes you want to keep going. Comedian Jerry Seinfeld built his writing habit using the don't break the chain method. He marked a big red X on the calendar every day he wrote, even if it was just one joke. Over time, the chain became too satisfying to break. Small steps compound into massive transformation. Step 6. Accountability and social support. Here's a harsh truth. You can't always trust yourself. But you can trust systems of accountability. When you share your goal, you create social pressure. Humans are wired for connection. We don't want to look weak in front of others. Ways to build accountability. Tell a friend your habit goal and check in weekly. Join a support group or online community. Use tracking apps that show streaks. Create commitment contracts. For example, if I relapse, I donate $10 to a cause I don't like. A University of Scranton study found that people were 65% more likely to achieve their goals when they shared them with someone weekly. Think about Alcoholics Anonymous. The core of the program isn't willpower, it's accountability. People show up, share progress, and lean on community. Accountability multiplies discipline. Step 7. Reframe identity and self-image. This is the most powerful step. Change your identity. Why? Because behavior follows identity. If you say, I'm trying to quit smoking, your brain still sees you as a smoker. But if you say, I don't smoke, your brain rewires itself to align with that new identity. Examples. I'm not someone who procrastinates. I'm someone who takes action immediately. I'm not on a diet. I'm a healthy person who makes strong choices. I'm not trying to quit sugar. I'm the kind of person who fuels my body with real food. In a study on dieting, participants who said, I don't eat junk food, were more successful than those who said, I can't eat junk food. The difference? Identity. Muhammad Ali didn't say, I will be the greatest. He said, I am the greatest. The identity came first, and the behavior followed. If you want lasting change, stop chasing habits. Start becoming the kind of person who doesn't need them. Bad habits are like invisible chains. At first, they feel light, so light you don't even notice them. But with time, they grow heavier until they control your health, your focus, and even your destiny. Maybe it's late-night scrolling, smoking, masturbating, overspending, procrastination, or even negative self-talk. You've promised yourself 100 times, this is the last time. And yet, a week later, you're right back at square one. Here's the secret. Breaking a bad habit isn't about willpower. It's about rewiring your brain using psychology and neuroscience. In fact, research shows your brain doesn't care about the habit itself. It only cares about the reward the habit brings. That means once you learn how to decode and reprogram that cycle, you can break almost any habit. So in today's video, I'll walk you through 7 proven steps to break any bad habit for good. These steps are backed by science, they're practical, and they've worked for thousands of people. And make sure you stick with me until step 7, because it's the most powerful and the most overlooked, yet it could completely change the way you see yourself. Before we move further, please subscribe and share with friends and family.